Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fighting Couch Potatoes. I'm here with Kadawfi Crush.
We're trying to hurt some feelings today.
And MattMatt.
Tekken 3 is the best game in the series.
Before we start with our show today, we have a special thanks to our commenters.
Today, we have comments from Marquise Campbell. He says, Janemba is the best. Now here's why you're wrong. Janemba is in fact not the best. He died to Stardust.
We went over this last week. Let's not catch this again.
Fair enough. And also we have a comment from Young Trey. It says, no DBZ villain even holds a torch up to Broly. He can beat all of them blindfolded. I don't know about blindfolded. He needs to aim the clotheslines.
Well, Trey and MattMatt are completely wrong.
I mean, I believe Perfect Cell would beat the shit out of Broly. I think Boo and friends, Fat Boo, Skinny Old Boo, Super Boo, Kid Boo, Oob. I think they would put hands on fucking Broly.
The fight. Now, while Broly's my favorite villain,
Hey man, we ain't doing this.
The fight between
We ain't doing
Boo
this.
and Broly would look like SpongeBob versus the guy that wanted to kick his butt, where he just passed out after punching him for fucking 5 days in a row.
Well, thank you guys for the comments, and please comment and subscribe to the channel. Today, we are talking about Tekken Bloodline, one of the most ridiculously trash anime they've made in recent years. 6 episodes, and it felt like I was putting vinegar in my eyes every single episode. I am going to let MattMatt speak because Kadawfi talked to both of us today and said he was going to, in his words, hurt people's feelings.
Make somebody cry is what he said.
I'm working on it.
Now, I don't want to sit here and just talk about the whole plot of the anime, because
It's just Tekken 3.
It's just Tekken 3. It's Tekken the anime, I guess. But
It's
like, let me bring up my first fucking fuck up with this fucking thing. First off, why King dress like that? Like, why is he in his Tekken 7 uniform?
Because he's Kang.
He was training during Tekken 3. How is he already there? No Armor King, no nothing. Not even a mention. It's his master. Like, yeah, they mentioned it for like a second where it's like, original King died to Ogre. And that's not him. And it's like, yeah, but like, why does he look like that? Like, he shouldn't be, like, strong, yes. All that, no. Like, they was like, okay, let's just throw Tekken 7 King in there. He's a professional now against damn Heihachi, Jin, Paul Phoenix. Paul Phoenix was almost champion in the second one. Almost. Because he had problems with him.
Julia Chang.
Chang?
It's C-H-E-N-G. Chang?
Chang.
Chang.
Julia Chang.
Not Chang.
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 I call her Chang.
Not Ching.
Chang.
Chang.
Ching Chang.
Chang.
Ching.
You know what I'm talking about?
Chang.
You gotta have that gab to say shit
All right.
like that.
Let's just get to it. Julia Chang told Jin in the later episodes why King was there. They didn't explain anything. They just said he was still a good guy,
He's a good guy.
but he looks like a bad guy. That's the only thing, because I'm a King player, and that's the only thing that made me happy, seeing King be the big bad before any other big bad. They made him the bad guy.
They didn't make him the bad
How
guy.
they make him the bad
He
guy
was-
with Heihachi sitting right there?
He's an obstacle.
He was the obstacle.
No.
Heihachi strong-armed his way into
All
the
right.
tournament.
They made him evil.
Into his own tournament?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was you win the tournament, but to become the next king of the Iron Fist, you have to fight me,
That's right.
which is the whole thing. It's like it's the final boss, but he wasn't the final
You gotta
boss.
beat the last champion. You can't take the championship title without beating the champion. That don't make no damn sense. Even Pokemon understand that. You gotta beat the champion in order to become the Pokemon champion. You can't just beat the Elite Four.
Well, Kadawfi, start pissing on graves.
A lot of times, I would state a lot of positive things first.
This sounds like a confession.
Such as I really enjoyed the animation, or music was cool, or I like the character models. So things like that I would usually mention first, you know. like settings, things like that. In this particular case, for those of you who did work on Tekken Bloodline, I'm sorry. I'm sorry
I'm sorry.
that this has to go down on your resume. I'm sorry that you have to tell people that you was part of this. I'm sorry this is your claim to fame.
Why was it 6 episodes?
I don't care that it was 6 episodes. And I want to be real transparent here, right? Because like I personally feel like one of the people who are responsible for us having things like Tekken 7 or Tekken Live Action or Tekken fucking the anime or Bloodline or anything like that. Tekken lunchboxes. Without young fucking stupid people like me, we wouldn't have got past Tekken 1. And for this movie to be nothing more than a fellatio contest for the Mishimas, for this to be no
advertisement,
for this to be no more than just these motherfuckers doing what they felt like they thought they were supposed to do. We talked about Julia Chang.
Leroy.
We hadn't mentioned him yet. We talked about Armor King not being here. Julia Chang really upset me. The fact that, not the fact that she was there, because she's supposed to be there, but we decided not to be timeline accurate for some fucking reason. We decided, I think it was because they decided they wanted to have cell phones involved so people could have seen, you know, like storytelling and world building. They were supposed to be able to have cell phones involved so we could watch the YouTube video of Heihachi and Kazuya fighting. And in order to make that work, well, fuck it, we might as well go ahead and make Julia a fucking Twitch streamer, or whatever the fuck she is nowadays.
That's exactly what it is.
And it's like, why the fuck did you do that? And why did you kill people off who were in Tekken 3 to put in motherfuckers who were not in Tekken 3?
Where's Brian?
Where the fuck is Brian? Why is Leroy here?
Where's Jack?
Where's Yoshimitsu?
Yoshimitsu was there. They just didn't. He didn't have a match. He was there.
Then he wasn't there. Then he wasn't fucking there.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like, he wasn't fucking there. He wasn't present. Where was Alex and Roger? Where was motherfucking Gone? These aren't characters who like didn't exist in this fucking tournament. These are people who were things and people who were here. Why was Bruce dead? Beck wasn't fucking dead in Tekken 3. What?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
They skipped
what
around.
Fucking story were you trying to tell? And then I'm gonna go ahead, because again, it's only 6 episodes, so fuck you about the spoilers. I don't even care this time. Why the fuck didn't Paul beat Ogre?
Right.
Like, why didn't that part happen? Why did we try to boost Paul up but then sleep on him? Why was the animation so fucking ugly? Why was the story just again a fellatio contest for the Mishimas? Don't get me wrong. It was really cool to get like an in-depth behind how Jin's training went. It just wasn't worth 2 episodes of a fucking montage on a 6-episode fucking show. It just wasn't fucking worth it.
They rushed it a lot.
It was not that they rushed it. They wasted time with stupid shit that we didn't need. If you want to tell the story of Tekken 3, cool. But they want to tell the Bloodline story, which is equally cool. But like, give me something. Like, I don't care to sit here and watch Heihachi beat Jin's ass for 2 episodes as he grows up. It doesn't fucking matter.
Those fights with like Hwoarang?
Why didn't we get that? Why didn't we get the fights with Hwoarang?
More street fights.
Why didn't we get him actually meeting Ling Xiaoyu? And again, Ling Xiaoyu, why is she in her Tekken 7 attire? Why does she not sound like a child, like she's supposed to be in fucking Tekken 3? Why? Like, what the fuck was that? Where was Panda?
Nowhere to be seen.
Where was fuck was Panda? Panda exists. For real, Panda exists. Hwoarang, Ling Xiaoyu, and Jin all go to fucking the Mishima fucking high school, super elite high school program or whatever, and Panda exists for Ling Xiaoyu. Heihachi, it's another one of the fucking bears that Heihachi trained, along with Kuma and Kuma Jr., who we get in Tekken 3. Mm-hmm. Like, where was Anna? She showed up, her face showed, but where the fuck was Anna? Where was
she lost?
Kuma fought
Where
Paul.
was Kunimitsu?
But Kunimitsu, not there.
Where was Kunimitsu? Of course Kuma fought Paul. Because everybody knows Kuma fought Paul.
Because Paul hates Kuma.
But if everybody knows that Kuma fought Paul, and Paul fought Kuma, then we also know that fucking Paul beat Ogre. The first Ogre. Not the full deal
Yeah,
Ogre.
not true.
Jin did beat true Ogre, which is fair. Paul technically isn't the Tekken champion. Fair enough. But
Why'd they have to give him 2 fights?
like, it's not like it's.
And it got killed by King.
This is one of those moments where I'm like, you fucked with my child. You didn't ruin my childhood. My childhood's intact. Fuck you. Tekken games still exist. Books still exist. I could still go back into that. But it was like, why did you make the changes you made for no fucking reason? Like, Michelle was supposed to be in Tekken 3, not as a playable character, but that was Julia's ordeal. It wasn't just the pendant, it was the pendant and Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle's quest was to get just the pendant in Tekken 2. Why mix and flip the story the way you did?
Without adding anything for real.
Without giving, like, if you're gonna mix it and flip it, give me more than just this pole jockingness of the Mishimas.
To be honest with you, I would have liked to see more about like side characters. Like I said earlier, when Heihachi mentioned Ogre killing the first king, why didn't we see that? Why wasn't that the opening thing to introduce Ogre? You know, I realized that he had to go fight Jin, but like, why was he in the middle of killing killing King, and then Jin fought those bullies and apparently activated his devil gene or some shit, and then he flies off to go get him? You know, like a little bit of a.
They could have told some story without saying words. Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
right.
Like not even the whole fight. If they just introduce like in the rain, damn King 1 is fighting off Ogre, and then he just fucking kills him somehow. Why didn't they do that?
I mean, because then you probably, the same question is, why not do it for Beck? Why not do it for these people?
Because it didn't happen like that.
Right.
King happened like that.
Because it just didn't.
Beck
it didn't go down like that. Like, now, Beck did get knocked the fuck out for, like, he was knocked out from Tekken 3 or the end of Tekken 2 until Tekken 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was in a coma over what Ogre did. You know, so that's kind of a thing.
Okay. I want to get a little bit in this too. Like, I want to punch the person too.
Kick him. Kick that printer.
Kick the printer. No. Like, MattMatt and Kadawfi are pissing on it like I'm going to piss on it. Why was Leroy in that bitch? Like, I didn't play Tekken 3 like a lot when I was a kid, but I fucking know he's not under the random.
He is under the random. If you hit up, down while hitting on the random, like, you got to land right back on it. It's Leroy. That's how it works. Go try it. Trust me. I don't care how many times it takes. Try it.
You can also get Ryu in Super Smash Brothers on 64.
Oh my god.
And Goku.
Goku's a skin for Ryu.
All right. But
three full circles, a half circle, and a quarter circle.
We're talking about Tekken Bloodline, the critically piece of shit acclaimed.
Scorpion was in the show.
He was?
He was in the background.
He was in the background.
Akuma was. Akuma
like,
sure shit was.
What
apparently it's Tekken 7.
All right. The first, 3 episodes were all right, getting that background and everything, but those last 3 episodes, knowing that it's going to be a tournament, knowing this is a fighting game, knowing this is like a fighting, family, the King of the Iron Fist tournament. Why the fuck did we get 6? Okay, we had to watch Leroy because Tekken 7, everyone's dick riding Leroy.
We watched June fight Ogre. That was a real fight. June versus Ogre was a real fight.
We fought Nina versus Zhao Yu, King versus Zhao Yu, Paul versus King, and then King versus Jin.
Hey,
that was the only. That was they were there was a tournament.
I want to point
that was not a tournament.
Out. How is it King's going to do that fucking giant swing and send her into a fucking pillar, crater into a pillar?
It was a tree.
It was a tree, right? And then the doctor's like, "Oh, it's just a slight concussion." That shit was not slight.
Because she's tough. She's tough.
Oh,
yeah, King wasn't trying to kill people.
It just got me the most because it was like, "Oh yeah, it's just a slight concussion." It's like, you killed some bitch in the town over. She got the rest of it. She had a brain transplant.
But I didn't even get to see Steve. I didn't even get to see Fang.
Law?
They showed it. They showed his. They didn't even show Law. Like,
What
how
was
can you?
Murdoch doing there? Murdoch isn't in Tekken 3.
What the fuck was Steve and Fang doing there? What was
Yeah.
Murdoch doing there?
right?
What was what?
I'm still. I'm gonna be happy I saw him because they my squad. But like,
This episode's going to be called "What Was You Doing There?"
Where the fuck? Where was Kunimitsu? Where was Tekken 3 had a large enough roster of characters to not have to cut people out and add people from future versions of Tekken or even future versions of characters from Tekken. Like, why did Ling Xiaoyu sound like she was 32 with a fucking mortgage?
can I say one thing? And this will make all the sense in the world,
Come on.
unless you already know.
Please.
It's called mainstream. That's what it's called. If people know about it and they think they're going to get some popularity from it, they're going to use it. That's why Leroy was there, why Steve was there, Fang was there.
But like, how are you paying homage, right, to something, and then like fucking with its continuity?
It's called Netflix.
It's an advertisement. You're telling me with Tekken 8 right around the corner, this come out what?
Last year sometime?
Yeah,
Sometime
like 3-4
like
months ago, maybe
No,
more
like
than
a
that.
year.
No, it was like a year
It was a
ago.
year.
Was it a year?
Yeah.
Damn. But seriously though, like just in time, and you got people like Leroy. Like, why was Ganryu there, but you didn't see him fight?
Right. Why
That
the fuck
like
did
when he
Ganryu
showed up,
fight?
show shit Ganryu, and then never.
How much do y'all know about Ganryu?
I know he's annoying.
You think Ganryu's annoying?
Well, fighting him, yes, but he's dope.
All right, so let me tell you a little something about Ganryu.
He likes Michelle and he likes Julia.
There you are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really. And it's not like that's not his only character trait. He does work for Heihachi in that capacity. But Ganryu's a motherfucking sumo wrestler. And Ganryu's not no bitch.
Yeah, we know.
Like, Ganryu's real deal. Where the fuck was Lei Wulong? Like,
He was there, but they didn't show him. Ganryu wore his slats the whole time, and I thought that was the funniest shit. Like, that proves right there that he had his shit underneath his suit.
just in case.
Just like in Fatal Frame.
Fatal
I
Fury?
know we're here. Or
Fatal
Fatal Frame.
Fury.
Fatal Fury, sorry.
Yeah, Fatal
Not Fatal-
Frame. Fatal Frame's something else now.
I want to play some Fatal Frame with y'all.
No, you don't.
Why not?
Because I'm not playing.
You can't even play Resident Evil 7.
That's right. Not no first person
he came-
monster games, dog.
Whack.
Kadawfi came and watched Full Metal Alchemist without fucking
Full
crying.
Metal
There's
Alchemist.
a difference with that.
All right.
I have a
So-
different kind of attachment.
So,
Comment on and below the video if there's an ice cream episode of Full Metal Alchemist.
There is an ice cream.
There is not.
ice cream, but an ice truck or some shit where that yellow-haired kid with the red jacket was stuck in some kind of truck, an ice truck. He was freezing, and somebody was going to murder him.
Right.
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 All right. We're not talking about Full Metal Alchemist. We are talking about, again, the critically
Tekken
trash
Black Line.
acclaimed Tekken Bloodline. So, do you guys want to talk any about the story or anything?
No, fuck that. We're
Like,
gonna
Look,
fire up the choices.
The story. All right, I'll talk a little TT. The story, I think it was interesting to take it from Jin's perspective, right?
Okay.
I just wish if we were going to have Jin's perspective, we would have had a chance to actually build some of those bonds with Prang or Ling Xiaoyu versus just kind of those quick little montagey moments with them. It was like, we don't even get we got as much between them as we got out of Tekken 3, the game itself. But we know their relationship is deeper than that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they try to show that during the little fights in the tournament. You know, Harang got his ass cut when Ling Xiaoyu got bodied by fucking King. Like, they tried to show like, oh, we're friends and we're supportive. And like, Heihachi was uber fucking creepy the whole time. Like,
Heihachi's always creepy.
was like, I don't
like
want
in
you
the
to-
games, Heihachi looks okay, but if you watch him in any movie,
But you
like
can't
Blood
have-
Vengeance,
you
fucking
can't have
the
no
old
friends.
anime, he is creepy as shit.
you can't have no friends
You can't. Everything is earned.
and use a Mishima, but like not for real, but kind of, but for real. And like, I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of nice to see him whoop Heihachi's ass. But like, that's just not how shit went down. It wasn't the Jin Kazama fucking like tournament. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't that. And to make it that, it takes away from everybody else's contribution to the fucking tournament. Like, King just being a fucking rawr kind of guy. Like, that is who and what he is. But like, In Tekken, when you're speaking French and I'm speaking Italian, I understand you. When you're speaking,
Right? Why the fuck didn't they do that?
When you're speaking Catman and I'm speaking English or Polish, I understand you.
In one of the Tekken games, King and Armor King are literally speaking Leopard.
Yeah,
and you get subtitles.
Because they're
like,
talking.
what the fuck?
And like, Heihachi speaks Japanese, and Yoshimitsu speaks whatever the fuck I think it's Japanese. But
Yeah.
he speaks whatever the fuck he speaks, and Jack doesn't really talk.
But, counts.
But like,
What?
I mean,
Who?
each of those characters actually had a lot of story going on behind the scenes, and they just kind of on everybody's face.
Well, just to retort just a little bit, Kadawfi, it was only 6 episodes. They probably ran out of money in those 6 episodes because they knew it was going to be trash. Or they just wanted to only dick ride the Mishima Kazama thing. That's why it's called Bloodline. It wasn't Tekken 3. If it's at Tekken 3 and had 12 episodes, I would believe they would at least show everyone. But
whose
it was
fucking story are they telling then? Like if
Jin
if
Kazama's.
they're telling Tekken Bloodline and they're telling Jin Kazama's story that way, that's not when you go play Tekken 8 or Tekken 7, whichever Tekken you own, that iteration of the character is not the guy you're getting in the game. That's not the same person.
Mm-mm.
That's a different fucker.
I have a comment about the game versus the show. If you've ever played the game before, you would know that every time you start a new match with somebody, you're not in the same arena over and over and over again.
Right.
Why was it, okay, we have one street fight, we have a fight with True Ogre, or not True Ogre, Ancient Ogre, and June out in the woods. We got a street fight going on right here with Hurang and Jin. We got the training, and then we just got the tournament arena. Like, that's never how Tekken has worked. It's always been like, we're over here in Japan. We're in the United States. We're over here in Mexico.
I will give them this. King of Fighters tried that shit with their raggedy ass live action movie. Changing locations.
Mm.
And like to change locations in that way is complicated in a movie or a series. It's complicated to give a reason as to why. What they unfortunately tried in King of Fighters was like some VR glasses or some shit.
Oh God.
Yeah. And it's like it sufficed to tell you why they were transferred different locations. But if we're doing a tournament, especially all in one day,
Mm-hmm.
we need to stay in the same spot.
Well, here's my thing. Like, the way I believe it works in the games is be here at this time, because it's almost like they're the qualifiers when they're out and about. Because you have your arenas. You have your Tekken arenas. Your King of the Iron Fist arenas. Every single game, right? And the way I believe it should work is you sign up, you get a code, because it's a worldwide company. That's the whole thing with the Mishima Zaibatsu, the financial group, whatever. Like, they're everywhere. Why isn't it that, okay, we're going to fly you out here, and we're having it filmed out here, and then once you get through that, you go there, and then you can make your way up to the quarterfinals at the tournament ring, right? One thing they did get right in the show, a little bit, is, like, they had their regular old fighting, but I've seen the older Tekken anime movie, and they were just regular fighting, right? And this one, at least you got some of the moves from the show or from the game. Like, you got a couple 10 hits, you got a couple grab moves. Like, Heihachi didn't powerbomb anybody, and I'm kind of mad. He also didn't do his full spinning demon. And it kind of, like, Paul was like the perfect example, because Paul's got like 50 moves, and he only showed 10 of them in the show. And it was all his main ones that you see every fucking game.
Demolition Man.
Like, and then the rage arts. They showed the rage arts.
That's why it's
Why?
Because it was mainstream. I told Kadawfi just that.
Go ahead.
They had Lee. God
Go
damn it!
Super Saiyan.
They had fucking Leroy in the game, in the show. What are you doing? What are you doing?
And then he lost to dumb shit.
No, I'm happy he
broke
lost.
his leg.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a
Leroy
fuck.
belonged-
Get that motherfucker out of here.
Yeah, Leroy did not belong there. Not with people like Paul Phoenix.
I want to say, and I just want to say this real fast. if you ever watch this show, do not watch it in dub. Only watch it in sub. Because English, and I'm sorry for these English actors, but you guys sounded like holy fucking, I could probably sound better and I'm trash.
I got this to say. When it comes to the animation of this show, when the characters are standing, talking, conversing, they look great.
Yeah.
They look fantastic. As soon as them some bitches start some fighting,
It got bad.
it didn't get bad. It got downright insulting. I know that we're having difficulties with liking 3D anime. Berserk did it fine. They did it fine. They used clever ways to cut it. Tekken is not a show that you can, it shit look like Virtua Fighter by the time we watched. I mean Virtua Fighter.
Kengan.
I mean Virtua Fighter on the motherfucking, the Sega Saturn. This shit looked bad. And their saving grace was, we're gonna do game accurate moves. And it was like, yeah, we get to see these stiff ass, raggy ass, Mortal Kombat ass fucking game. There was no fluidity with the combat. And it's like, to me, I was like, did Hollywood forget how to make a fucking kung fu movie? Like, are we so fucking stuck doing, damn it, John Wick movies or fucking
don't talk shit about John Wick.
The Bourne Ultimatum movies.
John Wick's the shit.
Where we do these really quick cuts and really quick camera movements to make shit look like it. We're watching fucking animation. This shit should have been the fighting in this shit should have shut me the fuck up. The fighting in this shit should have made me been like, all right, at least the fighting was good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Kadawfi Crushes. Just saying. If you've been listening to this episode, then you're fully aware of how I feel about the subject matter. Tekken Bloodline is garbage. I put it up there with my top 5 worst anime. There was that raggy shit Netflix had with the gods versus the heroes. There's Chrome Shelled Helios. There's Desert Punk. And now, welcome, Tekken Bloodline. Trash ass anime nobody should ever watch. And bo. And big fucking O. Just saying. Thank you. There was something you were saying a few minutes ago, and I threw my hand up because I needed it, and I forgot what it was because we got talking about the raggy ass animation.
I just want to talk about the only best parts I have.
There's none. There's none.
King was a good part.
Why?
Because it was King.
You like to see King stiff ass suplexes?
Hell yeah.
The Kaneko Buster was like the only cool part of the show.
And the Giant Swing.
The only part, the thing I had with it was the damn where he went all the way up and just kept going up. Like that, you've never done that shit in a Tekken game. That shit turned into anime right then and there.
God damn it. Other than
Hold on. How does it feel? Hold on.
Other than King, to me, it's the beginning of the episode where it was like, "What haunts you?" I thought that was cool.
I did like that.
I
did like the "What Haunts You" segments of the show. Again, when they were standing around, things looked great. It seemed all right. And in all honesty, if you don't know anything about Tekken, the things that I'm bitching about are very small but to me, extremely egregious.
As a Tekken fan.
Like, as a big Tekken fan. Like, not just like, oh, I passively know about Tekken. Like, I passively know about Blaze Blue.
Where the fuck was Jack?
But I know about where the fuck was Gun Jack?
Right?
Or P Jack?
Come
or
on.
Like, I mean,
I was waiting for Mokujin to pop out.
I mean, if you was gonna put Tekken 7 characters in there, why not put in Alyssa Boskanovich? Why not? Why the fuck not? Hey, while you're at it, put in that fucker with the baseball bat. Put him in there. Why
Negan
not?
doesn't belong in there.
Why not?
Negan does not belong in Tekken 7.
Why was Leroy in there?
Because he's an original character. Just like Akuma shouldn't belong in there.
I don't know. Akuma belongs in Tekken 7.
In Tekken 7, not in Bloodline.
Right, not in Bloodline at all. He wasn't. He was waiting.
Right?
He was waiting.
He was beating Ryu's ass.
He was waiting for motherfuckers to get stronger so he could take his revenge for baby girl.
Kazumi, for some reason. Especially no equal.
Because fucking Mishima's an asshole. You should imagine what that guy's like as a husband.
I don't think he beats women. But I think he is pretty close.
You don't think he beats women?
He beats his child.
That bitch said he threw his child in a volcano and killed his wife. This motherfucker...
He had to kill his wife.
He had to. He just did. Because she might have been stronger than him.
Because she was. Can't let you get out of here.
If she was, he wouldn't have killed her.
And then, like, he'd released Ogre onto the world and all that, which is a Heihachi thing.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he does.
Because he wanted to throw hands. Imagine this: if Tekken 7 is canon with Akuma, right? Now we can power scale some shit. Ogre showed up, the god of fighting. Akuma didn't show up. Akuma wasn't interested. Jinpachi showed up. Akuma wasn't interested. Azazel showed up. Which is like the thing that created the devil gene that Jin and them have. Like, he's like the thing that they draw that from. He's Kondak. He's the motherfucking the Black Panther, the Panther God. That's who he is as far as like the devil gene is concerned. Akuma wasn't interested.
Ain't worth my time.
But I don't even know what the fuck showed up in Tekken 6. Akuma wasn't interested though.
No.
Jinpachi was part 4.
He was Tekken 5. Kazuya come back in Tekken 4.
Right. Jinpachi was part 4. He had the mouth on his stomach. 5 and 4, I apparently get confused a little bit on my own timeline, to be honest with you, because I played the shit out of them too.
5 was Heihachi, and 6 was Azazel. 6 was Azazel, because I watched the lore, and that's...
Then who was Tekken 4?
I think Tekken 4 was either... Because, okay, third one...
Oh, wasn't it just Jin? Devil Jin?
Maybe.
Because he lost his shit after Heihachi shot him?
Yeah, because he shot him in 3.
Right, at the end of 3.
And he left as the Devil Jin.
Right.
Heihachi's Tekken 4. Because Kazuya's, it's when he came back, he's the protagonist again.
Right, okay.
What's Tekken 5
switch
then?
back and forth.
Tekken 5 is Jinpachi.
It's Jinpachi.
Because Jinpachi wasn't available to be played as until like Tag 2 or 6. I can't remember.
Yeah, you couldn't get him in 5, but he was kind of cheap in 5.
And Lars was Tekken 6. Because I actually didn't know this. I found this out. Lars is Heihachi's illegitimate son.
Yep. He's Geese.
Oh, yeah.
He's
God.
Geese.
No, Lars is whack.
Then where's Lars' spinning demon?
Lars didn't learn to spin.
Lars ain't got a spinning demon, but that does explain why Lars has lightning punches.
Makes sense.
Like, he doesn't have...
Is that why you dropped him? You were like, I found out he was a Mishima? And I was like, no.
I ain't never played Lars. Seriously.
His moveset, it don't work for me.
Gotcha.
It just don't work for me. His moveset don't work for me.
I like Paul's moveset.
Paul's nice.
It's nice.
Paul and Kazuya were like our Ken and Ryu back in the day.
I played a person online with Paul, beat him in 3 moves.
You should have. Paul's nice.
It was messed up. I beat him in 3 moves.
Mac truck. You thought King and Heihachi hit hard? Paul? Oh my God.
Yeah, motherfuckers sleep on Paul because of that tall hairdo And that's been
they said that shit in the show.
That's been the thing with Paul the whole time. Was like they slept on Paul because of that. Like,
look at him in
Paul
look him in
punched the
Tekken 8.
shit out of you.
Now he doesn't have the fucking the high. what's called
He
the high
lost
top?
it. He lost it in Tekken 5, I think it
4.
was.
He was on.
He went long hair and was on his
Didn't
bike.
he win 3 and he was great and then he fell
He
down?
was pissed off in Tekken 4 because he didn't technically win Tekken 3.
Oh, with Ogre. Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't technically win it. He just got to the second phase of the boss and went, "No, I got this."
Hey,
I
Paul
win.
experienced what Guts experienced down in that dungeon with Zod.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I haven't been struck in 10,000 years.
You ever wonder where shit gets, inspiration from?
You
You ever wonder? Like that was like one of those stories.
But okay,
You hit me.
all right. We how was True Ogre? Was it
Whack.
close enough or was it?
It was whack. I didn't like any of the fight scenes.
I liked. Okay,
I didn't like.
I liked
one
how
of them.
Jin went from the Mishima style and then he started using the Kazama style at the end.
Yeah, I like how and then he implemented both, which is kind of how
Which is
Jin
how
was
it's supposed
in Tekken 4.
Mhm.
It's kind of what he was, because Jin was. I ain't gonna bullshit you. In Tekken 4, Jin was kind of sweet. He had the new little hoodie, and he could punch his hands and make the little ball energy thing show up. I don't know. I never knew what the fuck he was doing with that, but he would do it all the time.
Spirit
But like
ball.
Jin was kind of sweet, and he was something to actually be more. He was a bit more vile than fucking with Heihachi and Kazuya at the time.
Because
Now,
he can switch.
now Jin is just kind of like so.
Yeah.
So?
Went all the way back to traditional karate. Why?
So every cheeser on Tekken 7 online can be Jin, the hardest combo to ever hit. I see this shit all on my YouTube. Jin's hardest combo to ever hit.
So
Whack ass Jin.
try that shit. Come on, try that shit with me.
I think we.
Try your hardest combo ever with me, man. You know what it is.
I think.
Anyway.
I think we.
All right, we gotta talk. All right, last comments because it sounds like we're talking more about the game than the actual show because how trash it
Because
was.
the show was garbage, bro. Like, what the fuck were they thinking? Netflix, stop making anime. Go
Hold on.
buy.
Release Baki.
No.
Release the next part of Baki, then stop.
Go buy anime that motherfuckers are making. Like, get involved and help produce it, but stop fucking making it. Like, stop with whatever fucking corporate shit you got going on. When you're like, oh well, you can make this show, but I need 10 episodes, and here's the amount of money you get, bruh. Then don't make it. If you can't let people put in real time and dedication to the shit you're making, stop making it. I know a lot of your live action shows fucking suck. What's that stupid one they have with the You? What the fuck is that, Netflix?
Creepy
I have
Stalker
been
Man.
waiting a long time for
Fucking-
someone to make a Doom anime, and if Netflix ever picked that up, I wouldn't watch it.
True. Don't get your hands on Dark Souls.
Oh my god, please don't.
You can have Bloodborne and Sekiro, but don't
Love,
touch
Death, and
Souls.
Robots is okay. People who did Love, Death, and Robots can do Dark
Right.
Souls.
Let them do some shit. Let them make some new original IPs. Just stop touching beloved shit. How about we do that? Like, stop touching shit that's beloved and that has a name behind it. Because I swear to God, if you fuckers come up with a fucking Gundam live action and you
They're doing
can I-
just so you know, they're doing a reunion for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Netflix is.
That's fine.
I just
That's
thought
fine.
you'd want to know that.
That's fine because I'm not gonna watch it. But like,
Netflix, please put out the next part of Baki, and if you fuck it up, we will talk shit again. But yeah,
We'll
Stop.
talk shit. We'll talk shit about 5,000 years ago when Chinese martial
what
arts.
was the
first
name of that
began.
raggedy shit?
Records of Ragnarok.
Records of Ragnarok.
One hit was 3 flashbacks about how physics works. If you swing a hammer going
guys,
this
we're not
much,
trashing Netflix.
fuck
We're
Netflix.
we're trashing Tekken Bloodline. If you want to trash Netflix,
What would y'all rate this show? Out of one to 10, how are we rating this
can
show?
you give negatives?
1 to 10, how are we rating this show?
-1.
-1. How are we rating Tekken?
If I had never knew nothing about Tekken, this is fine. It's at least a 6, I think. But because I am a hyper Tekken fan, What show?
Fair enough.
I agree with
Fuck the
Kadawfi.
show. Go play Tekken 3.
I agree with Kadawfi. If you've never ever seen or heard of Tekken, it's an alright show because it at least explains the basis.
Explains it.
But if you think that you're going to see Leroy or Steve or Fang in Tekken 3, you better keep on dreaming because it ain't going to happen.
I wish we could have seen Brian, man. I wanted to hear the laughing and then him throwing an I-beam. I just wanted to see
They were
that.
scared. They were
Yeah,
scared.
they was. He would have won.
No,
They
he,
were scared. They were scared to give us Gon. They were scared to give us Mokujin. They were scared to give us the Alex.
They were scared to show Yotsumitsu for real.
They were scared to show Yotsumitsu. They were scared to show Kunimitsu. They were scared, man, terrified. Terrified. They might as well just gave us Tekken 1. Like, if you was going to, like, fall back on so many Trill legendary characters, give us Tekken 1. That's almost the staff, the cast we had of this fucking show. Except for, like, Jin. Like, just give us Tekken 1. Fuck it.
Matt, last thoughts. Spit on the grave or pissing on it,
I'm going to go play some Tekken 3.
and enjoy myself and not see Leroy in it. All right, you guys were great. Thank you for listening. Subscribe,
They're so quiet.
comment at I'm about to say liquid gold.
Hold on.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Fighting Couch Potatoes at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and don't
Spotify.
forget.
I did that.
I'm Batman.
How can you like let me say and don't forget and then Spotify?
Spotify.
Spotify. Don't forget.
Leave a comment. Like and subscribe.
And thanks for stopping by.
Spotify.
Never watch this show.
Go play some Tekken.
Ugh. I felt like we
You
just.
stay classy.
I feel like we just fucking talk shit.